Hello and welcome back, everyone. I am back, and let me tell you, it's good to be back. And so I did do my second viewing of Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and I still enjoyed it to this day. Yep, my initial reaction from my video previously still holds up. So, yep, I'm not changing my opinion on it. So, anyhow, that aside, let's get to what I'm going to do. I'm going to rank all the side characters. I'm talking mainly the good guys, or vice versa, whatever you want to call it. I'm not including the bad guys. Now, one might be considered somewhat of a bad and somewhat of a good, but I'm not like including Clabber or those guys, but I'm including some of the side characters that Indy's worked with. And as a result of, yeah, so I got 7 of them basically. And so without further ado, let's get to it. And number 7 for me is Mac from Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. This one to me, I don't know. He starts off working with Indy, then he backstabs him to join the Russians, basically, just because they pay him, apparently, to do the job. And so, yeah. So basically, again, he follows Indy, then again, when they arrive on Akator or Nazca, Peru, just to help the Russians track him, to help retrieve the skull. And then he tries to tell Indy that he's CIA and that he's actually working against the Russians. And then he just lies again, turns the gun on Indy. So, yeah. Now, this character to me just doesn't work. So, number 6 is, sticking with Crystal Skull, is Mutt, Shia LaBeouf. Just never been a fan of his character. I mean, is he annoying? Compared to like Transformers, no. He actually doesn't annoy me as much in this movie like he did with the Transformer movies, but I just never been a fan of the actor. And plus the whole swinging on the vines of the monkeys. I mean, come on. That's ridiculous. Just total ridiculousness there. And plus the fact that he's Indy's son. I mean, we pretty much saw that coming. It's like, it wasn't a surprise. But he's not the worst, I'll put it this way. There. So number 5 on the list is Basil Shaw from the new film. Now, I know he's only in the film for like a very little bit, but honestly, the moments he was there, he was great. He was great on that little flashback in the beginning of the Dial of Destiny on the train scene and all that. And a little flashback of Indy and him arguing over what has to happen with the dial. I get it. But I did like the chemistry between him and Indy in this film, and it worked. It absolutely worked. Well done there as well. Number 4 on the list is Marcus Brody. Now this is where the characters get really good. Marcus Brody in both Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And basically, Raiders of the Lost Ark, he helps basically get Indy to agree to go after the Ark. And of course, always does everything he can to help Indy, to make sure Indy gets his payment, his settlements. I mean, he's a loyal friend to Indy and his family. And so, yeah, you can see there's a connection between also him and his father as well. And that really, I liked the chemistry. And I also liked how he tried to tell Donovan in Last Crusade, you are meddling with powers you cannot possibly comprehend, when it came to searching for the Holy Grail. Because, of course, Marcus had the diary. So Marcus was kind of aware of how everything goes when tracking down the Grail and all that. So, yes, Marcus Brody, absolutely like his character. He does have some silly moments in Last Crusade, but that doesn't bother me. And I love that about him. So number 3 on the list is Short Round. Loyal sidekick in Temple of Doom. And to me, him and Indy's chemistry is very good, very solid. To me, him and Indy were like the two best characters in that movie. Because honestly, we all know Willie, not good. But Short Round was great. But the thing with Short Round, I think he gets a little too much glory from fans. Like, oh, he's the best sidekick. Nah. Top 3, sure. But the best sidekick, nah. Not by a long shot. But he does do his part. And he does it very well. And for being a kid, too, I mean, he holds his own. I will give him full credit for that. So yeah, Short Round, number 3. My sidekicks. Number 2 is Sala. And let me tell you, he says some of the best lines in the franchise. I was so happy to see him again in Dial of Destiny. I mean, it wasn't very much in the movie, but the moments he was there, he was great. Some great nostalgia throwback. And that's what I loved about the Dial of Destiny. It had some great nostalgia, fan service throwback. I mean, that's what I loved about it. And seeing Sala again made it even better. But I always liked Sala a lot in Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade as well. The chemistry between him and Indy, you definitely see the friendship, the loyalty. And that's what I like about Sala a lot, is he's very loyal to Indy and anyone who's his friend. And does everything he can to help Indy, especially when it comes to finding transportation, even though Indy objects to the idea of camels. I thought that was just great there. Sala, I said no camels. Compensation for my brother-in-law's car. I thought that was great. Or, holy smokes, my friends, I'm so pleased you're not dead. Oh my god, that was great. And he saved Indy from death with the date from Raiders of the Lost Ark. Bad dates. So yeah, Sala definitely does his part there and helps Indy fight the Ark. And of course that little moments when he's singing too, I mean, oh my goodness. That just brought back some nostalgia right there. Especially in the end of Dial of Destiny, but especially when he sings in Raiders of the Lost Ark as well. So enjoyable. And finally, we come to the number 1. And this is an obvious one for me. Might be an obvious one for some as well, and that is Henry Jones Sr., Sean Connery. I mean, Indiana Jones' father, who else should it be? Because, come on, that chemistry between Sean Connery and Harrison Ford was just awesome. Always great feelings with their great chemistry between the two. You definitely see the conflict between him and Indy as father and son, and you see how they try to build their bond back up, and I loved that. That's one of the reasons why I put Last Crusade as my favorite of the Indiana Jones movies, because it absolutely builds character. And yeah, so, and he says some great lines in The Last Crusade as well. That's what I loved about Last Crusade, is there was a lot of good, funny moments, especially with Sean Connery and Harrison Ford. Just the way they used to argue with each other and all that. So yeah, there you go. So yeah, there's my ranking of the side characters of the Indiana Jones franchise. So I know the females are not included in this one, but they will be in another video at some point. I just wanted to do like the main side characters. I know they're saying, oh, the females. They are, but I'm mainly doing like that one. But I'll do another with the female ones in another video. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe, comment down below. Tell me your favorite side characters from the Indiana Jones franchise. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll be back again soon.